Hey, how's she going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampie's workshop. Well, we got ourselves a nice day in the old camp today. The sun is poking there, getting me right in the eyes. But you know, this happens every year, right? I mean, we have a nice summer, then along comes September. Everything's nice in September, and October is beautiful with all the colors, and and we have Thanksgiving here in Canada, and we give thanks for all that we have. Then comes November. Well, we have Remembrance Day in November, so we like to give our thoughts and our prayers to all those veterans who in any way helped to provide the safety and security that we have in our countries today. But when you see the way the politicians are dealing with our countries, I often wonder if that's what the veterans had in mind. But anyway, that's a topic for another day perhaps. What I'm up to today is, because November's here, that means the snow is only about this far away, right? We've already had a little bit of snow here at the camp. Not much, but just enough to tell us winter's coming. But in the meantime, I want to get the tractor ready for snow plowing season. So I'm going to get the tractor out today, going to put the chains on it, and probably put the front blade on, but I won't put the snowblower on just yet, because I save the snowblower until I get a good base of snow down on the driveway and the landing. That way you don't blow all my gravel away. I just plow it away instead. So that's what we're up to today. We're going to get the tractor out and at least get some chains put on it. Here are my front chains right in this bucket. Okay, one of the things I find about when you're working with chains, or for me at least, they get tangled, because I just take them off in the summer, in the spring, just put them in the bucket, right? So when you take them out of the bucket, sometimes they're tangled. Anyways, what I'm trying to do is untangle my chains. So I put a couple of screws up here just to hold them. I find it's easier to let them hang to untangle them than to try to lay them out on a bench. So what I'd like to do is get both of these side chains straight. So I'll pull down on that, and I see that this one seems to be a little twisted. So I think what you do, or what I try to do, let's just push that back through there. Yeah, see, I always do that, right? I always push them the wrong way first. That way I know the right way to push them. So let's pull that back out from back to front. Alright. And now we're going to push this in from back to front. Right? There we go. There, that did it. See now how nice and straight that chain turned out? These side links are nice and straight, and the cross links, they all come off the links in the same way. I hope you can see that. Anyway, it makes a big difference. These chains were just cross chains, and they were every other link on the cross chain, but I had V-bars on them, and there's a V-bar there that's pretty well wore out, as is the case with most of them. But anyway, there's V-bars from the middle of the chain, and you can see there's hardly any V-bar left on them. So here's my rear chains for the tractor. But these are nice chains. I want to tell you a little bit about these chains before I go any further. They're from the Piedmont Chain Company. They're called ATV tire chains. These will fit tire and wheel combinations from 25 by 11 12 all the way up to 27 by 10 14. They're diamond pattern cross chain studded. My tires are 26 12 12s. And here they are. Where did I find the size? Here it is, 26 by 12 12, right? So if you have a tractor that size, I'm going to tell you right now, if you order these chains, they'll fit. But they'll be long. You'll have to shorten them up. They'll be wide enough to go across your tire, no problem, and they wrap nice around the sides, but you're going to have to shorten the overall length. I just wanted to make that clear, but these are great chains. And the other thing that I like most about these chains is the diamond pattern. They cross X across the tire tread, which is nice. The cross links then don't get lost down between the bars on the tractor tires, because they X over the bars. So they're always predominant, they're always proud of the tread, and they dig in good. And these are studded, and to me, that's the answer. Alright, there's just a section of it. And if you can see that, there's the studs. These studs, I think they were probably 5/16 long when I got them, and they're probably a little over a quarter still. Might still be 5/16 most of them. But these studs protrude and they dig into the ice, and the cross link keeps the diamond pattern keeps the cross links above the tread pattern on the tractor tire, and they dig in like nobody's business, and they'll make you go no matter what. However, having said that, if you have a paved driveway, these are not what you want. If you have, you know, paved roads that you plow, concrete roads, hard packed surface that you plow, these wouldn't be for you. These are meant for soft ground, they're meant for in the woods, they're meant for on ice and snow, not for finished, you know, fancied up driveways like that. So I wouldn't recommend studs for a paved driveway, but where I live here in the woods, the tractor has never been on pavement or concrete, except when it was at the dealer. These work great. My lane is all gravel, the road is all gravel, my landing is all gravel, so these dig in good. You can still spin them, don't get me wrong, but the traction you get from these is incredible. So there we have it. Chains are on front and back, and we'll get in here close so you can see. Close the door. So now you can see that X pattern, or I guess they call it an X pattern. And then these studs now are perfectly set up for engagement with the ground to give you ultimate traction. Whereas the crosslink chains, just the crosslinks like I have on the front, they just go across the bars. Sometimes they'll wedge down in here so that the chain is barely proud of the tread. But if I had some good V-bars on those, they'd work better too. Also, I got some old springs here that I use to tension the front chains, and they seem to work good for that. And on the back chains here, I bought this when I bought the chains. It's elastic, and it clips in the 4 locations and pulls the chains down tight. Alright, so that's it. I'm leaving the back blade on for now, like I said earlier, and I was going to put the blade on the front, but I decided I'm going to leave the bucket on just for a little bit longer. So it's the next day now after putting the chains on the tractor, and I took the loader off, as you can see, and we're going to hook up the blade. Now this blade has I don't know what you call it, a quick hitch, quick attach, quick hookup, you know. Anyways, what it consists of is this unit here that just hangs off the front bumper on the tractor, and it's got a tongue on it down there and a raise and lower piston, and we connect that raise and lower piston to the joystick in the tractor that operates the bucket. And then on the blade we have the female receiver for that tongue, and I also added a blade on here so I can hydraulically angle the plow blade from left to right, and those hydraulic lines hook up to the curl and dump feature on the joystick that operates the bucket. So with this I can raise and lower my blade and angle it left to right, and it sure makes a big difference. So we're going to hook up now. I'm not sure how this is going to work out because I can't see the end of the tongue from the tractor, but I'm going to set the camera down here. We're going to have a go at hooking up. So I managed to pick that up first try. I think that's about the first time that ever happened. It doesn't always go that smooth, folks. Anyhow, right down in here, if I can get in here, this handle right there. Now that has to flip forward to lock the blade on the tongue. But because of this raise and lower piston, I have to remove the bottom part of this piston to get that pin out so I can flip my lever forward. Okay, so if you can see this pin right here, I had to take the linch pin out of that, pull that pin back so that I could slide this lever forward, and that lever pulls in a little tab here that locks the blade onto this tongue. And then I have another linch pin that slides in here, and that keeps this pin from dropping down and losing my blade. Alright, now we just hook up the hydraulic hoses. So my hydraulic hoses come up and feed through this opening in the shroud, and then they're color coded. So the yellow one, actually I'm going to take this one out of here, I think it's easier to work out. The yellow one goes on this port, and there's no color on this one, but the other ones are in the right spot, so this must be the right spot too. You know, it's nice having these right angle connectors, because it pulls those hoses down right quick. But man, you got to wrestle with them to get them in place. Now, before I start plowing, I'm going to just tie up these hydraulic hoses. I got a couple of tie wraps here. Keep them low here, out of the way of the exhaust. It's always a good plan. And there we go. I'm going to put a done sign on this one. Well, I'm so glad I got the chains on the tractor. Those rear chains are awesome. The front chains, they're kind of wore out, but they're going to be okay. I'll get by with those. I'll be looking at getting another set probably, well, maybe this winter, but for sure for next winter. But anyway, the chains are on. And then I decided this morning that I better put that snow blade on just in case, you never know. So I put I greased up the loader all nice and put it away in the shelter. And then I took the blade out, put the blade on. So we're good for winter now. If it does snow for a couple of months, wouldn't surprise me because I'm ready. Anyway, that seems to be the way it goes, right? Thanks for watching, everyone, my regular viewers. Wow, thanks very much for your support. It's unbelievable. And your comments, I love getting comments. Oh, and if you're new here, thumbs up me, welcome, and don't forget to comment too. I like that. In the meantime, everyone, stay safe, have a great week, and we'll talk to you.